And welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G, and in this episode of Breaking Brazil, we are kicking off Season 3 here at Vasco da Gama, and we are starting the defence of our Copa Libertadores title at home to Racing Club from Argentina, the toughest team in our group, and I will get to showing our Copa Libertadores group in a moment. But it's been a busy summer for us. We tried to bring in and improve our team, but I'm a little bit worried ahead of this season. I'm not sure we've improved enough to close that gap to Flamengo, and we could be in trouble for the season. Quick look at the transfer business we did, and we spent 30.5 million this summer, by far the most we spent. Last summer we only spent 4.9 million. This summer we spent 30.5. We have brought in 6 players, and I think it's difficult to say. I think we've improved. Something I am discovering is that when I set the rule of signing only Brazilians, to be honest, I thought it'd be pretty easy, but I'm finding that the best Brazilians are, of course, in Europe. They're not going to come back to Brazil. The next level down all want to go to Flamengo, Palmeiras and Fluminense, really, and we've been beaten to a number of players by them during this summer. So we're left with a kind of a level where they're good players, but they're not maybe the players that take us to the next level. We have to see this season. I'll go through these 6 players that we have signed. So first up is Joaquim. We signed him from Santos, centre back, for 8.25 million. He's already valued at 12.5. I think he's an improvement at centre back, definitely. Is he the player to tighten up our defence? Hopefully. He's a little bit of potential still to go, but he's 27, not much going to come. He's a decent player. His tackling is good physicals, decent physicals for this level, and his mentals are pretty decent. His position is good there, 12. It could be improved a little. But I think he's a player. He'll improve our defence, but is it enough? We'll have to find out. Our defence hasn't looked brilliant during pre-season. Next up is another defender we signed, and it's Nathaniel from Kariba for 2.6 million. Kariba are, of course, in Serie B, so he's coming up a level to play with us. We signed him for 2.6 million, and he's a decent right back. He has 24, a little bit more potential to go. Agility is good in his physicals, but the rest are decent enough. His technicals could be a little bit better. Definitely his mentals could be a bit better. And if we look at our right back options, Pastor's probably still number one, but we have now an option with Nathaniel and João Victor as well. João Victor is going to be a backup for centre backs and right back this season. But I think we need more depth in our squad to compete in the Brazilian League, and I think he is a good option at right back. Next is our biggest signing of the summer, 9.25 million spent on Dodi from Grêmio. He is a centre mid who we've overspent for him. I'll admit that straight away. But I think he gives us an option in midfield, better option. We now have 4 centre midfielders, I think, of the same reasonable standard that we can rotate around. And he has good attributes. His technicals are decent, pretty solid mentally. Physically, he's good. His jump and reach at 5'5" or 4. He's not going to be winning many headers in midfield, but not what we want him for. He is valued at 14 million. We paid 9.25, a club record fee for him. And as I said, no doubt we've overspent for him, but I think he's a player we needed to get in. He weakens Grêmio as well, which isn't a bad thing. But he's a good player. He'll play plenty of games for us and give us options in that midfield. And as I said, we will need to rotate a lot this season to try and compete, and hopefully he can be the help. Next up is a left back, Leo Borges, who comes in from he was playing in Poland. I think it was Poland, Pogoń. He was playing in Poland. He comes in as a left back option behind Piton, and he could develop a little bit more. I think he's good again to rotate. We lost Victor Luis, our backup left back, so this is his replacement, and he is an improvement on Victor Luis for sure. We paid 2.5 million, was it? 2.5 million for him, and he's valued ending up to 7 million. So good player to get in, but already a little bit of development happening. His acceleration has gone up, which is good to see. He's at 14 with 14 pace. I think he's a good option on that left wing back, and he could play a lot of games. Is he a bit more solid defensively? I'm not sure. Good crossing at 14, which could be important from that position. But he's a good player, I think, to get in, and I'm happy enough with that signing. And next up is a signing I'm very happy with, 3.5 million for Gabriel Veron, who comes from Porto. And this is one of the Brazilians who has come back from Europe to sign for us, and he is a better option on that left wing instead of Breno Lopez, and it gives us that rotation there. He can play on the right, he can play up front as well, and he's already improving since he joined us, his strength, his balance and agility. So I think he's a really good signing for just 6 million, sorry. 3.5 million, 3.5 million. Just seen his value up at 6. So 23-year-old Brazilian, he will improve. I think unlike Malcolm, who we signed last season, he's a younger Brazilian who will develop, whereas Malcolm is already at his highest potential. So yeah, I think he's a good player to get in. He'll play on that left wing. We'll rotate him with Lopez. He may play up front as well when we need him. But yeah, that is a good signing. And then our final signing came in the last week, just before we start this season. And I decided to go for an upgrade in goals, and Daniel Fuzato is the player we went for. Signed from Empoli, back in Brazil. He started at Palmeiras, back with us at Vasco da Gama. Definitely an all-round improvement on Mateus, and if we compare the two, you'll see areas where Mateus is better. If we go to the wheel here, yeah, you'll see all round. I think Daniel Fuzato is better. There is areas like distribution that Mateus is better in the air definitely, and his communication is better. But we look at physically, mentally, and shot stopping is the same. Yeah, I think he's an upgrade, definitely an upgrade in goals for us this season, and at 28. Should be reaching his peak. He has played once for the under-20 Brazilian team over with Empoli, who are in Serie A in Italy. So yeah, we've signed him in the last week for 4.3 million. He is now our highest earner too. We had to kind of overpay for him. He's on 24k. He's ahead of Malcolm now, but had to overpay his wages really to convince him to come back to Brazil. We've done that, and he has signed for us, and that is our 6 signings for the summer. We did let go a lot of players out on loan. No one really important really left. Victor Luiz, I think, was the only important, our backup left back. The rest have Hall's our backup goalkeeper left, but not really too worried about that. So yeah, 30 million spent. Have we improved the team? I'm not sure, to be honest. Have we improved the squad? Yes, definitely improved the squad. More options to rotate and so on. And yeah, I think we are in a decent position. If we look at the media prediction at the start of the summer was for 5th, which would have been amazing. It's our highest media prediction for sure. If we look at the season preview though, our season preview at the start was 5th as well, but with other teams signing players, like Flamengo have signed players, got stronger, Palmeiras, Sao Paulo as well, we are down in 9th, 25 to 1 to win the title. I think that's about right. If we finish ahead of our prediction as we've done in the 2 seasons here at Vasco da Gama, we'll be finishing comfortably in that top 6. I don't think we're going to compete for the title this season. I think we need this summer off season in Brazil, the next one, and then we could have a title bid in that 5th and final season of this save. But yeah, it's taken a lot of work. As I said, I'm finding it difficult with only signing Brazilians. I could have got in some brilliant players who were Argentina, Paraguay. There was actually an Argentinian goalkeeper who was available on a free. I forget his name, but he would have been so much better than what we signed. But the rule is only Brazilian, so we had to go with that. And yeah, so that's our signings for the summer. That's our season prediction. Quick look at the finances. Really strong position. We have 68 million in the bank, 8 million still to go in the transfer budget, bit of room in the wage as well, and the window is still open. So if any players come available, definitely will look to improve again. I'd love to get another centre back in, to be honest, because Leo is there, but I think we can improve on Leo definitely. And yeah, so how has the pre-season gone? Because the Rio State Championship is of course on the way. And spoiler alert, we are already qualified for the semi-final stage. The 2 games we have played against Serie A sides, a 0-0 draw on the very first opening day against Botafogo. Yeah, we weren't brilliant, neither team was. Opening day, 0-0, just take the point, happy enough with that. But then our second game against Fluminense, 2-0 defeat. And this was the worrying moment for me, was this little bit of run of form I'm going to talk about now, because we lost 2-0 here to Fluminense. Poor performance. They looked much better than us. We weren't creating much. Yeah, and then we played Bahia in the Recopa Sudamericano final, which is their Super Cup, and beaten 3-0 away from home. And this is the moment I decided we needed to upgrade at goalkeeper, because we were just letting in sloppy goals. The hat-trick for Galapo here put them 3-0 up, and you look at that, 9 shots on target and we conceded 3 of them. Mateus, 6.5 rating. It was a poor performance. It ended any hope of us winning that trophy. We did draw the second leg 1-1 with Lopez scoring late on. But yeah, in terms of our defence, very hard to know with playing lower league sides. But we have kept a lot of clean sheets. And I'll get to the tactic in a moment. But when we played against Bahia, we conceded. When we played against Fluminense, we conceded. That's a bit of a worry. But yeah, I'll get to the tactic now as we go to the lineup for our first game. And what we've done is I've just defensively trying to make it more solid. So the winger and inverted winger are now on support instead of attack. The wing back is on support too, and we have Joachim on cover alongside Leo, and we have Frutenza in goals. Just in terms of possession, we're going to play a little bit more higher tempo, a bit more direct, and in transition we are going to hold our shape, just try and get shape if we lose possession. Then this is the change, it's out of possession. We're going to play a standard defensive line but a lower block and not trigger the press as much. So we're going to try and just be more solid. We're down to balance as well, and we're just going to be trying more solid this season. I think we had a terrible goal difference at the end of last season. We took an awful lot of hammerings. I think we could win a lot of games if we can just stop conceding goals, hanging games, because we have players up front who can make a difference. Malcolm, Varane, GB, Alejandro, Lopez off the bench, Figueroa, Rayan, Adson. So we have lots of attacking players that can make a difference. We just need to be more solid. So the lineup for this first game: Fusato in goals, a back four of Pastor, Leo, Joachim and Leo Borges is in at left back. Z Rafael, we signed him last season, he couldn't play, he wasn't eligible in the league, he will be this season, so he's in midfield alongside Galarza, with Dodi on the bench, can come on. Malcolm on the right wing, Gabriel Varane on the left, GB and Alejandro up front. That's our lineup. Let's get the season on the way and our Copa Libertadores defence. First highlight of the season, inside 3 minutes. We have possession here as Varane on this left wing, cutting in. Can he create something? Gabriel Varane has space, takes the shot. Keeper has to make a really good save. Nearly a goal there for Varane for his on-camera debut. He has scored a lot in the Rio State Championship for us since he signed. And here is Z Rafael with a corner kick. Plenty of men up in the box. Can he pick out anyone? Oh, it's headed up in the air. Alejandro heads it back, looping. Joachim. Oh, keeper pulls off a brilliant save at the near post there. Real reaction save from the Racing keeper. This is our toughest opponent in this group. I forgot to show the group. I will at the end of the episode. Here's Z Rafael in towards the near post. GB can't win the header. It'll fall to Malcolm. Plays it to Z Rafael. Did he stay onside? He squares it. GB goes tumbling down. No penalty given. Corner kick here. Z Rafael to take it. Whips it in towards the near post. It's headed clear by Rojas for them. And Z Rafael brings it into the box. Has options here. Z Rafael takes the shot. Oh, deflected around. Malcolm with an open goal. Loops it in the air. Their keeper just punches it off the line. And we're unlucky there not to be 1-0. Okay, played long by Racing, and we win it by Galarza to Pastor. He plays it to Alejandro, who comes short. Here's Malcolm. Malcolm, is he going to take on his man here? Coming up to the 10-minute mark, we have been on top. That's poor from Malcolm, giving the ball away. And now we will try and get this shape back, as we were trying to do. Oh, Varane intercepted nicely there. Here's Joachim for us. And can he bring it forward? Z Rafael needs to get turned and play a ball here attacking. We go back to Leo. And Leo to Pastor. Pastor to Galarza. Galarza, Malcolm. This is good passing. Alejandro. Alejandro takes on his man. Can he square it here? Alejandro to Varane. Yes! Gabriel Varane. His 4th goal for us since signing. 3 in the Rio State Championship. Now he has 1 in the Copa Libertadores. And we are up and running with our defence, and this was a well worked goal. Nice passing around. Alejandro eventually squaring it here, and Varane running in off his left wing, slots it home past their keeper, and we go 1-0 up. Malcolm here with the corner kick, and it's towards Pastor on GB, and it's headed over. Oh, another chance goes a begging. Hopefully we won't rue these misses. Free kick. Malcolm to take it. He whips it into far post. Alejandro. Oh, what a save from their keeper. No, it was actually the crossbar. We really should be on 2-0 up. Alejandro in possession of the halfway line, plays it to Malcolm, and he goes on an attacking run here, takes on his man. This is what we're going to see from Malcolm. Alejandro, lovely touch. Alejandro, 2-0. Oh, lovely, lovely goal there. And Alejandro, only recently ended a goal drought in the Rio State Championship, has his 2nd of the season, and a really well worked goal. Good link-up play between him and Malcolm. We'll see it here again. Malcolm takes on his man, and when he sees he can't beat him, he squares it here to Alejandro. This is a lovely first touch from Alejandro that gets him away from the defender, and then he fires it home for 2-0. So in here for Racing, and we win it with Malcolm down to Galarza, and we quickly hit them here. Malcolm, Varane on the edge of the box. Oh, Gabriel Varane makes it 3-0. And as I said, he's probably the signing I was most impressed with that we managed to pull off in this off-season, bringing him back to Brazil from Porto, a young Brazilian talent, and he is showing a great start to his time here at Vasco, both in the Rio State Championship and now here in the Copa Libertadores. Fires that one home, and we're 3-0 up. Half time here, 3-0 up. Goals for 2 for Varane, 1 for Alejandro. We're completely on top. It should be a job now of seeing this game out. Corner kick for Racing. They cross it in towards the centre. Oh, just headed over, and that was looking very dangerous. Free kick here, Malcolm to take it. 10 minutes gone off this second half. Alejandro can't quite get up, but Leo Borges will win it back for us now. And he takes on his man. He's on the opposite side. Can he get across in? Pastor in space. Joachim through to Alejandro. It's 4-0. It's an offside though, is it? It'll go to VAR. It could be an assist for Joachim there. We're looking to see, and goal is given very quickly there, and we are 4-0 up in this second half. And what a start to our defence of this title. Joachim, a lovely pass through here. Alejandro just stayed onside, fires at home. We're comfortably ahead 4-0. Raphael with a free kick here, 14 minutes to go, towards Leo, who's up for this but can't win the header. Fall to Dodi, who's on off the bench. He plays it back to Nathaniel, who's also come on at right back, and he brings it forward. Leo, here's Rayan, who's come on as well for Malcolm. Rayan taking on his man. He's going to have to square it back here to Dodi, in towards Varane. Varane has a hat-trick in the Copa Libertadores debut for us, and that's a huge performance from him in this game. A 5-0 win as well. Confidence will start to grow for us now, hopefully. Bit of momentum. The Rio State Championship's great beating those lower league sides, but yeah, getting a win here is massive. Into injury time at the end of this game, 30 seconds remain. Raphael with a free kick. Could we get a 6th goal before the end of this game? He's going to whip this in. No, he plays a shot. Bruno Lopez, who's come on off the bench. Back to Raphael. Look at all the space he has here to run into. Raphael all the way into the box. Can he finish? Oh, yes, he can. Oh, that was far too easy. Oh, what a racing at there. Oh, he had all day there to take a shot. So much space to run into. Need to take another look at this. Comes back to him here. And look at all the space he has to run into. And he nearly didn't do it. He nearly took too much time to get a man across eventually, but he still fires at home. At the end of this game, we're going to have a 6-0 win. And yeah, this may ease some of my worries for the season. Really good performance, and really importantly, a clean sheet as well. So yeah, good start to our defence of the Copa Libertadores. And now we can focus on the rest of the Rio State Championship and getting the season properly on the way. So there we have it, our Copa Libertadores season up and running, and there is our group. Racing, who we have played. We have America de Cali from Colombia and Deportivo Táchira from Venezuela, and we have a win on the board already. So yeah, good chance of getting through this group. And as we've seen last season, if you can get a run in this competition, you really can get towards the latter stages, and hopefully our defence will be a pretty good one of this competition. But yeah, it's good to get that sort of a win this pre-season, start season-ish, just get a bit of momentum going, and it does help with the dynamics because our club atmosphere has gone up to very good. It was at below average there for a long time, so that will help us hopefully with performances, good cohesion and good managerial support too. And if we look at the hierarchy quickly, lots of support from me, 8 players support me, 20 have no opinion, and we won't worry about them. So in terms of the next episode, not 100% sure what games we're going to come back, but we're definitely going to come back for the Serie A opener away to Botafogo, of course our Rio rivals, who we played in the very first game of this season in the Rio State Championship. We may play the next league game against Fortaleza or the Rio State final if we manage to get there. We are through to the semi-finals. We play Flamengo next actually in that final game of that competition, and then we'll have the semi-finals. If we get to the final, we'll do the final and the league opener. If not, we'll do the 2 league games that start the season. If you enjoyed this episode, please drop a like on the video. Always good to see more likes and people enjoying them. Don't forget to leave any feedback you have on our transfer business in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Really helps the channel to grow and helps you catch every video that's posted in this job is greatness, I nearly said, Breaking Brazil series. And there is also a playlist on the channel if you want to catch up on anything that's happened so far. And until the next episode, please take it easy.